Because I was a really quiet kid in elementary school and I'd just tune out what was going on around me, I spent a lot of time doodling all over my homework assignments. It would frustrate my teachers at parent-teacher conference. They would talk to my teachers and say, "Hey, Chelsea's really quiet." I'll notice that all she's doing is sketching. I've always liked drawing ever since I was little. And it's something that I've always been good at. And I've always put 100% into everything that I do in my art classes. Well, I first realized that I had a hard time reading when I was in elementary school. It was kind of hard for me to accept. I didn't want to be different than the other kids. Because I struggled with reading, I gave up really quick on a lot of subjects. Because when I realized that I was having trouble with an assignment, instead of actually trying, I just told myself, like, I can't read, I can't do it, I'm just gonna quit. When I was little and my parents would read to me, I just, instead of looking at the words, I'd look at the pictures. And that's how I processed stories. That's how I did my storytelling in my head, because I could see it. I guess I kind of have a backwards way of thinking about things, so I look at things differently than a lot of people. And I think the creativity of that helped me in my artwork. When I was in junior high, I had some friends who were creative like me, and one of the things that we loved to do was writing plays together. They had a lot of books that they wanted me to read, and so I guess it was a social thing at first, getting started on reading more, and I just grew a love for reading, and because I really wanted to, I did. Well, I think what it really came down to was my attitude about it. Actually, one of the things that helped was that my dad, he told me stories about other people who had troubles with dyslexia. Being able to think about other people in history that were different, that ended up being really important, gave me more motivation to work on my problems, and I didn't feel so embarrassed knowing that I wasn't the only person who struggled. What I would tell someone who struggles with reading is that they shouldn't get frustrated with themselves, and I think what's really important in learning how to read is to want it for yourself. I think that's when I really started to improve my skills.